Hi, my name is Alshein Aboy from the University of Mindanao and part of YTD NUM. Ever since the quarantine was imposed, my grandmother started complaining about her health. She felt weak, restless, and she also struggled defecating. At first, we thought she felt like this because she wanted to go out, she wanted to go to work. Sadly, it was worse than that. By May, she began to feel pain in her abdomen, also in her back, and she had loss of appetite. By May 29, Mom woke me up early morning and she told me to help pray for my grandmother. So we gathered together as a family, me, my mom, and my grandparents, and we prayed for her. But that same day, they went to the hospital. A few days after, we found out that my grandmother has a mass in her colon and that she needed immediate surgery that would last for 5 hours. And the mass was supposed to be cancerous. And my mom was quite taken aback when she heard the news. However, she told the doctor, "Doc, actually my brother got diagnosed with stage 3 cancer year 2017 and he was given 2 years max to live, and yet he's still alive now and not disabled. I believe God would do another miracle." So we all prayed, me and my grandfather here at home, while my mom and my grandmother at the hospital alongside our other family members. The first schedule of the surgery got postponed and moved to 8 a.m. the next day. My mother asked God for a specific sign whether they'd continue with the surgery or not. She told God, "Lord, if this surgery is postponed again, it means you have a different plan." We kept praying, and on the night before her surgery, my grandmother defecated a lot, like by 10 p.m. and she defecated like 4 times before her surgery, and there were also many causes of delays. Fast forward, the surgery got postponed again. Also that day, my grandmother requested to remove the nasogastric tube in her nose that removes the remaining waste in her stomach and prevents her stomach to bloat again. It was a step of faith because for 2 days she was not allowed to eat. She was fasting in preparation for her surgery, and they were worried that if she eats again, her stomach might bloat and something worse might happen. Amazingly, starting that day, my grandmother defecated every after meal, which happened almost more than thrice a day. Everything that we specifically prayed for, God answered, and so they got discharged because they refused the surgery, and by June 4, they went home and arrived here safely. My grandmother now is having her soft diet, and she defecates 2 to 3 hours every after her meal. And however, we still continue to pray for her that there will be no more discomfort that will arise and that her stomach would completely go back to its normal size because it got enlarged on the day she got admitted to the hospital. On the day we heard the news, I received this verse from the Lord. John 14 verse 27. "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." Also, a friend of mine affirmed me through the verse Joshua 1 verse 9. "Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." This miracle already happened twice in my family. First was with my uncle who had multiple myeloma, stage 3, and it is a cancer in the bone marrow, and his lumbar spine also got compressed. That ended him being bedridden. His doctor also suggested urgent surgery for his spine, which the success rate was unsure and might still lead him to complete disability. We kept praying and fasted for him as a family. that time and we asked God for a specific direction on what to do next. God's answer was my uncle miraculously held himself up in a sitting position with no one around to help him. And within a few weeks, he began to walk again. No medical surgery, only miracle. And now he is among the frontliners working in our province. He was actually given 6 months to 2 years max to live and expected to be completely disabled for the rest of his life. Yet here he is now, still alive and even among the frontliners. And now with my grandmother, our family we have been a Christian family for a long time now, and a house church has already been planted here alongside other families. However, I always felt like something was missing in our personal Christian life. There was no personal, tangible experience of God's existence. Every time I pray for my family, I always ask God to let my family experience Him in a tangible, powerful way, that He would reveal Himself to us personally. And with everything that has happened, I know God is really moving. And now, my uncle, who used to be a Muslim, now worships Jesus and has quit his vices completely. And my grandmother, who is also now slowly but surely surrendering her life to God and depend her future to Him. One of the declarations I keep declaring for my family is that we would become living testimonies of God's mercy and power to the community. And it's already happening. God is good. Keep praying for your family. To God be the glory.